Hello everybody, Corey McDonald from faucetdrop Productions. I'm sitting here with...
No. I'm Corey McDonald from faucetdrop Productions. This is Ty.
I'm Corey, also known as Zap Guy from faucetdrop Productions as well.
And today we're here just going to talk a little bit about what we hope to accomplish on this channel, faucetdrop Productions on YouTube, throughout 2019, as well as some of the bigger, major Hollywood films that we're looking forward to coming out this year as well.
It's on.
What is he doing?
Okay, cool.
It's on. That's the red light. The little dot, the red dot.
That means go? I thought red meant stop.
It means stop messing around and so we get this take. So for those of you who are new here to our channel, what we try to do is every single Thursday we upload something new. So once a week, new uploads of something. Our new schedule is first Thursday of every month. Brand new episode of Beards and Brews, where we go around and try locally brewed beers from Texas brew houses. That's how you say it, right? Brew houses? Breweries? Breweries. Yeah, and followed up after that is going to be a behind-the-scenes episode of the newest short film that we're working on, which will come out on the 4th week. But don't get sad. I know you're like, oh, what happened to week number 3? We have Super Ridiculous, our new web series based on 2 superheroes who are ridiculous. They're super ridiculous.
Super ridiculous.
So, as far as this year goes, we obviously hope to spread the word more. We want to be able to get more subscribers, bring up our view count. Want to make sure we reach out and especially reach out to our sponsors. We have a new episode coming up. If depending on when you watch this, our Valentine's Day episode of Beards and Brews, we have our sponsor Yesenia from Dragonfly Designs, and she actually comes out and takes us some wines.
Yeah, she came out with us and drank some wine with us and gave her input on it, and I was very excited about it. And talking about the shows and stuff we have coming up, we decided to do some changes in some of the stuff, and I'm very excited. Look forward this year. We decided to change Super Ridiculous up a little bit. If you watched our latest episode, the format is way different from the beginning of the episodes, and we're really kind of taking that essence from other shows like Always Sunny in Philly, Trailer Park Boys. Shows very reminiscent of that. You're going to see little bits and more of like that kind of feeling in there, and we're hoping you guys are going to enjoy just that in general. And as always, Beards and Brews is going to have fresh brews all the time, and I'm excited for that. And our shorts, they keep knocking them out. They're always going to be different, and I'm excited to see what these two can put their minds together individually and us together to see what they come out with every month and to entertain you guys.
So a lot of us going back and forth. Each of us, one month will direct, and then the next month another person will direct. Constantly writing stories. Maybe every other month we might end up all 3 coming together and writing something, but just trying to keep it fresh and always have something entertaining for you guys to watch on our channel.
Yeah, there's a lot of production companies that we worked with ourselves who this one person is the camera operator, this one person is the boom operator, this one person takes care of mixing sounds, this one person takes care of writing. Everyone has their jobs separated, and that's good, and that's the way it is in the professional world. We would like to make ourselves more well-rounded. So we are taking turns and learning around so that we'll be the most well-rounded performer and worker that we can, depending on the situation. So if one person has an idea and they want to be the showrunner of that, then when they take off, they don't need to rely on someone else to run the camera. Then they already know how to do the DP work themselves.
So am I getting this right? You're calling me round?
You're not round. You're the skinniest one. You're like a stick. I'm the round one. I'm trying to get you more rounded.
So like rounded?
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's why I started putting on weight, because I started doing more jobs and becoming more well-rounded. And you're getting there. It's a
As far as 2019, I don't know if you guys are looking forward to anything, dude. I'm very excited. I don't know. I'm a huge book nerd. I don't know. Probably none of you know that, but Wheel of Time was a great fantasy series. It's on par, which I would say up there with like Lord of the Rings. And a good company picked it up. Amazon decided to pick it up, and they greenlit it, so it's funded. It's happening. If you're a Wheel of Time fan, or if you're just a book fantasy person, or like any type of fantasy, or if you're kind of like Lord of the Rings, I would say to either pick up this book series and start reading it so you can kind of know what's going on, or just go ahead and when it comes out, watch it. It's going to be awesome. If you're kind of a fan of like Game of Thrones kind of like really turned the table when it came to these fantasy genre like TV series and did it right. So like now Lord of the Rings got adapted, and now Wheel of Time, which is my personal favorite, got adapted, and it's going to happen. They're in production right now of it, and it's going to be, if you like anything like Game of Thrones, that style, that like the way it is made, you're going to see that a lot in this series as well. And it's different story, but obviously fantastic, and I'm excited. Anything you guys looking forward to that this year at all?
Well, I know like one of my favorites. He says he's like a book nerd. Well, I'm like an old school cartoon nerd. I'm a big fan of the TMNT series. I remember being at Pizza Hut getting the little coupon whenever the first Ninja Turtles movie came out. I had their soundtrack when they were out on stage touring. It was a cassette tape player.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people don't know what cassette tapes are, but just Google it.
It's like the premise of the new movie coming up.
Yeah. Apparently, they're going to start production at the end of this year for a new reboot of the Ninja Turtles, not a third movie based on the one that just happened.
So a reboot.
Yeah, it's like everything's getting like a reboot before we give enough time to relax and chill. It reminded me a lot like the Batman, the Dark Knight series. We were still on that Christian Bale Batman, and then we kind of got a rebooted story of Batman thrown at us really quick without really having time to digest. Even the Transformers series is getting rebooted, but I hear they're putting more of the Beast Wars is going to start to be incorporated in there, which is cool, but different. But I mean, it's Transformers again, made by the same people actually, so it's not.
That's one of those things about rebooting stuff in CGI, especially when it's like stuff from childhood. It's not always going to look exactly how you remember it because it's a newer CGI reboot. However, the movie that I'm excited about is a CG live-action reboot of Battle Angel Alita. So this one's Alita Battle Angel.
Robert Rodriguez from right here in Texas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is he really the one that?
Yeah, he's the director.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Robert Rodriguez. Oh, he is.
Yeah.
Oh, and another thing, somebody else from our area did a lot of the wardrobe stuff. Todd Waters from Dragonfly Designs. And I think he's actually in the movie too, which is super awesome.
Yeah, there's actually a big shout out to a lot of the local Texas actors. I know people from Austin and San Antonio. They got a lot of extra work. Apparently, there's a couple of shots that they do downtown through the marketplace and things like that. A lot of them got extras, and that's awesome.
It's really cool seeing people from our kind of area doing more stuff like that, especially with something as cool as Alita Battle Angel, because it was an old manga series that they did a couple of series of like anime shows and stuff for it, a couple of seasons, and then they did one or two animated films, but now they're finally doing a live action rendition, which they did with like Ghost in the Shell and stuff like that, and I thought that was pretty good. So this one looks amazing.
The reason why I pointed out Robert Rodriguez, he's one of, I think, a lot of independent filmmakers like idols. Like we all look up to, of course, everyone's heard the story of El Mariachi with just about no budget, still got what he needed. But of course, from Dusk Till Dawn, and that transition into Spy Kids, and now he's doing these big productions with Alita Battle Angel. I'm just a big fan of him in general, and I'm not a big fan of anime. I think I had a friend who watched Kiki's Delivery Service too many times in a row one night, and I just hated anime from that point forward.
But this is cool though. It's like
that trailer looked really interesting to me. Like I'm intrigued in what's going on in that world.
There's tons of good animes. Speaking of you were talking about, one I'm really excited about is Netflix picked up Cowboy Bebop, and like the cool thing about Cowboy Bebop is like a lot of people like it. It kind of has that like it is a big following now, but I mean like if you go back and I was talking about this a while back, like you look at the art style and the things they were doing for that time, it was very stylistic, and it was just like it was fun to watch, and the story was very there as well. And I think even speaking of that, I could be wrong, maybe I'm wrong, that was like canceled I think when it first came out the first season. Now it's like it's huge. Like I think it made like one season, it got canceled for it because of what it was at its time frame.
All I gotta say about it is just it's cool to see them giving reboots to animated shows, even the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles being a comic book cartoon and then doing live action movies. It's just cool seeing how that stuff we grew up with is now being made into live action stuff that we can kind of take, ideas from that and put it into our filmmaking. So it's really cool.
And
I'm excited.
I think a lot of times people forget whenever it comes to reboots and just remakes and sequels that the original format was geared towards a certain demographic. So if you were a kid whenever Power Rangers came out. Now that you're older and you may have kids, Power Rangers now might not really appeal to you. But if you go back with like a non-biased look at the old episodes of Power Rangers, you realize, I mean, it's a pig with a Trojan helmet on trying to eat the Rangers. That's kind of crazy. There's a frog that ate them and like their helmets were on his stomach. There was flower monsters,
which was amazing.
I mean, it was great. There's a pumpkin rapper. There's a rapping pumpkin guy. So I mean, like, it was always made to be ridiculous for kids, and I think that's my harsh judgment on the new Ninja Turtles, because though I wasn't a big fan of it, I like the old movie style with the costumes. I really do. But I mean, my kids were watching it, and they were just smiling from ear to ear. They really liked it, and even the newer cartoons, I wasn't so excited about the way they redid. Each turtle was a different turtle.
Yeah.
I was like, this is gonna suck. And I turn around and my kids are watching it and they love it. So.
Not to bring it up again, but they're doing that with Star Wars as well. Which, that's the thing, is you have to take the idea of Disney is kind of doing what they're supposed to be doing with the fact of Star Wars. There's a lot of adults that, like, we need our Star Wars, we need it bad, but at the same time, the target demographic is children, so there is still a childish element to it. But then again,
and that goes kind of, you're saying on stuff like that. I don't want to jump too far here, but like movies these days, and I'm not trying to diss people, but you watch a lot of movies these days, and like I enjoy a lot of movies. I'll go watch a movie, whether someone says they like it or not, and I'll look at it, but this movie's awesome, and then you online, you just see a slander. It's like a lot more people are slandering movies now. I don't know if maybe it's just the booming of like all the internet, but it's like
it's the cool thing to not like the movie.
Yeah, it's so I mean, if you're not sure, don't get behind that. If you really hate a movie or something like that, don't look at it like straight hate, because sometimes you get on there and you'll see movies with like straight hate, and I'm like, you got to go in there like a critique mindset, like, was the movie even slightly good? Because some people, it was a horrible movie, it wasn't bad. Or it was bad, and it's like, well, what was bad about it? And then, like, they don't say anything. So it's like, it's like, well, what made it bad? I mean, you can dislike something and something still be good. Like, a movie could be done by film standards perfectly, and you could dislike that movie, and that's your opinion. That's okay.
All right, we're getting off track here. Anyways, Corey.
So like I said before, every Thursday we're putting up something new on this channel, so be sure to check us out right here on youtube.com/faucetdrop every single Thursday for a new episode of something. As well as leave a comment down below. What are you looking forward to in the year 2019 as far as films go, and what do you maybe want from us?
Yeah, definitely. If anything you think of, put it in the comments below. Beers and Brews, we're always looking for new brews to try. Any ideas you want to work with us, or want to be in something, just hit us up and we'll try to see what we can do to work you in our schedule to do stuff. So we're always looking for actors and stuff, so definitely.
And if you like what you saw, or you want to check out some of our other stuff, go ahead, hit subscribe.
I think I'm going to put the annotation subscribe thing right here. That looks about good.
Hit the little notification bell, and you will be constantly updated with all of our new content. And if you like the video, go ahead and hit a like, and bananas.
Oh yeah, sponsor. We didn't forget you. You're always there by our side, supporting us in every way you can. So first of all, I want to thank our very first and original sponsor, Get Down Gaming. Reggie, you're a good friend of ours, and you've always been there, and you're doing crazy good stuff over there.
Day one-ish.
And if you want to check out any of his stuff, dude, we'll have a link below. He's awesome. He streams all the time. He's playing awesome new games, old games, whatever it is. He's got tons of them. I've been to his house. He has just stacks of games. You could probably suggest something, and he'll play it. And then I want to thank the Black Rose Cooperative from Under My Skin in the Temple Mall. They've been supporting us as well, and they are awesome. They do some cool clothing. Go check them out if you're in that area of Temple and the malls. They're awesome, dude. And then our last and final sponsor is Me from Dragonfly Designs. I almost messed that up. I'm so sorry. From Dragonfly Designs, because she does awesome string art. You can check out that link as well with the other links. She does custom builds, and she also has some original pieces I think she's making here and there that you can buy from her. And some of the ones I've seen her doing, they're pretty cool. So I would definitely hit her up and just do pretty much about anything, right?
Yeah.
Right, cool.
And like I said, I'm going to try. Does this look right? I'm going to try and put the subscribe button here if it doesn't cut off my head. But then over here, maybe watched that video, that's probably the latest video. Thank you for watching. You gotta do thumbs up. That's what our thing. There you go. Told you. Okay.
We're kind of awkward.
You're looking back and forth. I was like, yeah.